Man, it is great to hear that music again for 2025, isn't it, Vicky? Like I was just sitting here dancing during the intro. It's good times. We are back for the Friday Field Report, and I am so excited. Vicky, it's a new year. What's new with you?
Well, hey, happy 2025 to you and to all of our listeners out there. I had my birthday yesterday.
Yes, you did.
That was new and exciting. And turned 41 years old. And our guest that's going to be on the show today was just joking around about how he felt like his 40s went by super quick. Doesn't really remember them that much. And I'm like, okay, I'm not ready for that, because you want to capture all the moments, It's just go by faster and faster.
I swear I blink and I'm another year older. Like it's the weirdest thing. So I can definitely commiserate with that.
Yeah, so, it is crazy. But what about you? What have you been up to, Will? What's happening in your world?
Just, a little bit of everything. It's a new year, so I need to find a new skill or a new hobby to take up per my tradition. For those of you that may not know, I try to pick up a new skill or a new hobby every single year so that I continually learn new things. It's a fun trick. Recommend trying it. But I still haven't decided what I'm going to do for 2025. So stay tuned, and I might figure that out in the next couple of weeks. Might be fun.
I think it would be cool to tell everybody about the ginger and the turmeric that you've been growing. Like, I didn't realize that there are so many different types of ginger out there until you showed me that picture of black ginger. And folks, if you haven't seen like different colors of ginger, I never have. It looks like little slices of geodes. Like that's what it looked like to me when you showed that to me.
It really is. So just as one of my many hobbies, I grow rare gingers and turmerics, and harvest it every year. And like whenever you slice them open, the roots on them are different colors. So like, one is actually like deep purple, one is a white and blue, almost geode looking one. Ones have green bands in them. It's really cool. Like it's, you cut them open, it's like a little rainbow inside each of them. So, always fun. I'm always looking for new and weird species of ginger. So if any of you have any, I would love to talk to you because I'm always looking to add to the collection.
Are you making different tinctures or little things depending on whatever type of ginger it is? Okay.
Yeah, a couple of them are medicinal gingers. Some of them are culinary gingers. So, between making chutneys or making, sauces with gingers to even like drying them out and making like medicinal teas, stuff like that. That was another hobby I picked up one year was herbal medicine. So I know a little bit about a lot of things, and it's always fun to add to the stockpile of knowledge.
Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. Yeah. I love that. Here's something else I did for the first time yesterday. Have you chaperoned yet for one of your kids? Because it was the first time I got to chaperone my son's kindergarten class to this farm, and we learned how to grind corn and make biscuits out of cornmeal and bake them over an open fire. And it was actually really fun. I really enjoyed it. I was like, man, I really miss being in school at that age. Maybe not college age, but
yeah, I can pass on the college stuff, but that age is always so much fun. With my kid, we've taken them on trips to like parks and stuff like that, and they've gone to like the Florida Cracker Country exhibit, stuff like that. It's really neat stuff. Like it's just so much fun knowledge. But it is definitely an experience herding the littles. I'll say that. It's always a fun time.
It is. Yeah. I give to all the teachers out there, I give you mad props because I don't know how you do it. I mean, our kindergarten teachers had those kids just lined up and quiet and listening. And I was really impressed because if I could implement that at home all the time, that would be just a whole nother level of parenting. So aspirations, 2024 or 2025 aspirations.
I love it. We should all implement that one. So for those of you who have also chaperoned, props to you because that is definitely an experience.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and dig into some of the updates that we have going on ConnectWise.
So many. Why don't you kick us off?
Okay. All right. I'll do it. So we have some new ASIO Jumpstart guides for all of the vendors out there that are in data protection, business continuity. If you are a security vendor, please make sure you are listening into this. We have Jumpstart guides that are now available on the Dev Network. If you haven't been to the Developer Network before, it's developer.connectwise.com. And for BCDR, so our ConnectWise product that we launched recently is the Backup 360 tool. And that gives you a comprehensive view of backup and service level objectives. If you want to figure out how to use and leverage those APIs to develop a BCDR integration, then make sure that you are checking that out. We'll make sure that we drop those links into the social media comment streams. And then for cybersecurity, we have, of course, Security 360 that we launched a few months ago. And that is our unified cybersecurity experience within the ASIO platform. So if you're looking for ways to, MSPs, if you're looking for ways to measure your digital risk visibility, threat detection and response, if you're looking to triage capabilities within your clients' digital estates, then make sure that you are leveraging Security 360. And again, vendors out there, make sure that you're in the developer network to check out that Jumpstart guide to figure out, again, how you can take advantage of those APIs. There's more to come as we continue building out the ASIO roadmap in 2025. I know we're working quite closely with the extensibility team and the different product teams at ConnectWise. So there's definitely ways that we want to ramp up that integration experience and make it even better this year. So stay tuned, because we'll make sure that we're bringing those updates to you on the Friday Field Report and in other ways that we communicate our updates through the partner community. And then secondly, I wanted to make a call out to the IT Nation Wise Up podcast. In 2025, we have Matt Topper, who is continuing on as a super awesome co-host with Sean Lardo, who is the new co-host, replacing me on the show. And that's because there's a lot of initiatives that we're working on that will come to light in the coming months that I'm going to be helping out with, as well as some of the other amazing members of the IT Nation community. But make sure that you tune into that, because, of course, with new co-hosts, you're going to have a new spin. There's going to be fresh perspectives that Matt and Sean are bringing to light on IT Nation Wise Up. You can listen to it on all of your favorite podcasts, the way that you listen to them now on Apple or Spotify. You can also check out the videos on the IT Nation YouTube channel. And I think the first episode to drop, I think it's maybe next week, or maybe 2 weeks from now, is with Arlen Sorensen. So again, make sure that you're checking that out. And that's all I've got for high level updates. What about you, Will?
Oh man, well, those are some exciting updates. Look, anything with Arlen in it is awesome. So if you haven't heard it, definitely watch that. It's going to be amazing. So I get really two things I want to touch on. One's not so fun and one is fun. But the not so fun one is very important. So, I know we've probably all seen on the news all the wildfires that are happening in California right now. And, as the wildfires continue to affect California, we do want to extend our support to all of those who have been impacted. So as you're assessing, potential impact on your operations, ConnectWise is here to support you in your business. So I do want to just make note for everyone out there, we are offering free ConnectWise help desk services around the clock to assist you with any of your technical support needs, especially with everything going on. So, our expert technicians will be there and be available for you and your clients 24/7 to provide guidance, help troubleshoot any issues, and ensure that your IT infrastructure is going to remain operational during all of this. So, just please take note of that and share it with anyone you know that may be impacted. The ConnectWise Emergency Support Hotline is 1-855-830-2099. So our hearts go out to everybody who's impacted with this, but we want to let you know we are here for you. Now, on to a little bit of more fun. IT Nation Europe's coming. So Connect is in March of this year for IT Nation Connect Europe. And we just announced the keynote speakers, Daniel Priestley. So Daniel's a successful entrepreneur. He's also a best-selling author and an international speaker. So he's built a multi-million-dollar business in Australia, the UK, Singapore, and he's worked with some of the world's most accomplished leaders, uncovering 5 key strengths that set top entrepreneurs apart. So that'll be really exciting to hear him talk and see all of the great content that's coming. Now, early bird is still up, so I see it on the bottom of the screen here. If you haven't claimed your early bird pass, do it now, because you want to go to this and it's going to be amazing. So make sure you're claiming that until February 14th, and hopefully everybody will be there.
Yeah, one of the things that I thought Peter Kajawa mentioned yesterday for our internal town halls that we have every month was that we're seeing MSPs that are based in North America that are also going over to Europe for this event, and maybe making it some type of vacation with their families. I don't know if that falls around the same time that people have spring break, but that could be something to consider. And then also, if you're interested in kind of getting the inside scoop on what some of the content that's going to be presented at the show, going back to the IT Nation YouTube channel, go check it out, because Dan Scott and Sean Lardo are doing these great interviews with some of the guests that are going to be speaking at the event.
So exciting.
Yeah. So lots of things going on, lots of great content there. And so anything else, Will? Are we going?
Oh,
we should go to London, right?
We should go to London. We should absolutely do a field report from London. I would love that.
Same, I would too.
Well, speaking of a lot of fun.
Speaking of IT Nation, we do have Alan Komet, our Chief Customer Officer, here as our guest today on the field report.
Also,
hey,
speaking of fun.
Absolutely. Yes. Fun, IT Nation, London. It's all coming together.
Love it.
Yeah. Give us the scoop, Alan.
I'll put 3 more seats.
You'll book 3 more seats?
That's it. We're on our way.
All right. Let's do it. Well, Alan, we appreciate having you on the show. I know we've had you on the show before, and we always love having you back on to give us the latest and greatest in what's happening in terms of customer and partner experience at ConnectWise. We know that there have been a lot of changes that have happened within the last few months, like leading into the end of 2024 and even into 2025. I think we just announced our new Chief Revenue Officer this week, right, at ConnectWise.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to get your take on all the changes and the things that we're setting in motion from a roadmap and development and support perspective for our partners. What's your take on how we're going to be helping the partner experience get better this year?
Awesome questions. First of all, Happy New Year, right?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you.
So with regard to Happy New Year, everybody's always got New Year's resolutions, make changes in your life, change things around. We're trying to keep things as consistent as possible for the partner experience. And yes, there has been a lot of change in the executive management and the leadership team here over the last number of months. And you're right, we haven't even gotten a chance to announce the new CRO who joined our organization the beginning of this week externally just yet. So I'm not going to ruin that surprise.
All right.
There is some more talent on the way that should be joining us in the next couple of weeks as well. That's additive to what we already have. And we do have a world-class team with a lot of experience, really worldwide experience in the SaaS industry, and experience to running a business at scale. ConnectWise has gone through fantastic growth. And with that also becomes some things that tax the scalability of an organization. And so we did need some assistance to come in and help us sort through that, together with the world-class talent that we already had on staff here at ConnectWise, with really 3,400 wonderful colleagues, including the most recent additions that came to us through the acquisitions of Axient and Skykick. And so we're trying to get some consistency around things for the partner experience. That means we want, number one, our accounts, our partners to know who their contacts are and who cares for them every single day. And so there's an account manager associated with your account if you're a partner. There's a PSM or a partner success manager. Some other companies would call them customer success managers. We appreciate the partnership, and we call them partner success managers that are there to take care of everything that you might need with adoption of our technology. We have a partner care representative to help you through the day-to-day challenges that might come. You know, you misplace a password to your portal, to your customer portal, and you can't get in. You need that to be reset. We're here to help with those and any other questions that might be there through partner care. You have account executives to help you learn about the other wonderful technology that you're not yet taking advantage of. So the question that everybody asks is, how do I know who that team is? So we encourage every one of our partners to engage with us through our customer portal, CW Home, and you could get to that very easily off of our website, and you can click on support. You could get there directly. You could see all your tickets. You could see invoices. You could see information about upcoming events like IT Nation Europe. And on the right-hand side towards the top of the screen, you can easily see the account management team that's on you. So we want to try and maintain as much consistency as possible there. We want to maintain also a way of them interacting with us as well. So we'll continue to invest in our ability to have great people. From a systems perspective, we've invested a ton of money into making the greatest systems that we have out there to support the partner experience. And we're now planning for the integration of Axie and Skykick, as we said, and moving them onto the same stack so we can provide one uniform experience. I know people get frustrated when there are multiple customer portals that they have to go to, and bear with us as we work through those integrations to get to one unified portal. So those are some of the things that we're working on right off the bat. We are going to also do a lot of internal enablement to make sure that our own teams are also using the latest and greatest that we've deployed internally to be able to leverage and working together, because we do know 1 + 1 = 3. So when we're able to provide the best service internally from one department to another, we provide a better experience for our partners externally as well.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because there's a lot going on behind the scenes that maybe people they haven't seen yet. But I know from a product marketing perspective, Will and I, we sit on the product marketing team with Skykick and Axient team members now. And it's been so helpful to really understand a lot of their key initiatives that they've been working on and how we can kind of work together to make it a little bit more holistic going into 2025. And so I think, to your point, we're trying to make it easier for partners and MSPs to understand how they can partner with us, and then to understand what services and products are available. And so, there's a lot of stuff coming to the website. There's a lot of stuff coming in terms of messaging on how we can make it easier to consume that info. So,
Absolutely.
Will, Yeah,
as far as what I want to know, Alan, and this is something I hear from partners a lot is, what can, let's say, a new partner expect as far as their customer experience whenever they sign that paperwork and they're getting started? What's that experience look like ideally to you?
So I'm very transparent and maybe too honest in terms of the experience that happens, right? So when somebody signs paperwork, it is not like when the ball drops at New Year and everybody goes into party mode. It would be great if that's what happens, but there's a lot of hard work that happens behind the scenes to provision software accordingly, and we don't do a good job of that today on every platform and every product the same way. And there's work being done to make sure that that's uniform, and we've actually taken all provisioning resources in the company as of January 2nd. We took January 1st off, right? Party time. January 2nd, we came back and we took all our provisioning resources in terms of the people and put them under one long-term tenured colleague, Colleen Higley, to help us put all of that together, document all the processes, make sure that we have an SLA and an SLO to our partners to make sure we're able to turn around provisioning very quickly. The other part that goes along with provisioning software is if you're a new customer, you need to be provisioned with a new account to be able to go and have access to CW Home, as we mentioned, our customer portal. So that's the next step that you get, and you get that welcome email from us so that you get access to the portal, you're able to get in, you're able to see all the information, and then we move through by assigning you a partner success manager who's the concierge who will guide you through white glove service, through the onboarding process with professional services, because it's not good enough to be able to get the product provisioned and an account provisioned without being able to use the technology. And so all of that motion of working together is the experience that we're looking at improving for that new customer who's coming on board. And to be honest with you, Will, it's not just a new customer, because we do have, on average, our partners use more than one product from us. So the likelihood of somebody, once they are a new customer with us, a new partner, and they get fully engaged, they're going to come back and buy another product from us and another product and so on and so forth. So we view that flywheel as more than a linear transition with us. We do view it as cyclical, a circle, and being able to implement with somebody ongoing, and be able to interface with them with whatever service and support that they need. So maybe it is a party when we get done. Maybe the horns go off, the balloons drop, right? It's all good, but it's certainly, we definitely want to come back and make sure that onboarding experience is as seamless, frictionless as possible. And that we're able to give the partner the ability to continue working however they were working before. And that's one of the things that we as a software vendor try to make our products as flexible as possible to accommodate as many partners as we can.
And that's awesome, man. I love that.
Can I ask a question, Alan? Follow-up question. Can you give us a specific example of something that you're working on right now, or something that we recently did that, you know, speaks to kind of the high level of what we're looking to achieve and accomplish for our community or MSPs?
We had a 2-day summit in Tampa with representatives. I will still call it Axient and Skykick, even though we're one company, but from ConnectWise, from Axient, from Skykick, to map out every touch point of every department to every partner inside of our ecosystem today. And what we want to be able to take from that 2-day summit is within 30 days to have easy training for our colleagues as to what they are responsible for in their role across the entire partner journey. And so when a new colleague comes on board here and they might be in sales, they should be able to see at what phases they're interfacing with a partner, at what level, and what they're responsible for. And so when a ticket is opened with support, and there's a problem with a product, there are bugs in our software from time to time. All right. I know it's hard to believe.
What?
But when that happens, a salesperson, an account manager should at least know about it. They're not responsible for solving the ticket. We probably don't want them resolving that ticket, but they want to be informed, right? They're not responsible for solving the problem, but informed of what's going on in their account. That technical support person may want to know when they're going through and implementing a new technology, because we might want to highlight them as a special customer during that point in time, because most issues tend to come up during that phase of doing the implementation. So everybody, finance, making sure that if there were to be a billing issue, that we're able to resolve it quickly and to the satisfaction of our partner. So every department has a role and responsibility. Charting those out was the first step, and within 30 days, we will start to see improvements, because everybody will know what position they play and what they're responsible for. And so our goal is, by sales kickoff, which is in another 2.5 weeks or so, the sellers will actually know, and then the rest of the departments will know shortly thereafter, a week or so after that, by getting their playbook, the first draft through. And this is a journey that we're going to take internally together, and we will look for feedback from our partners to tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, where we have improved, don't break that, right? And where we still have room for improvement. And I look to hear from partners. I love hearing from partners, whether it is good or whether it is areas for improvement. I really love hearing from the partner community.
All right.
That's awesome, Alan. Like, I'm very excited to see what the end result of that looks like. I know a lot of our partners are as well, because we can always do better. And I think this is, what you're talking about is a great step towards really driving excellence, not only for us, but driving that excellent experience for our partners, right?
Absolutely. Everything we do, we try and take into account the partner first and how it impacts the partner. And we'll be as accommodating as we can be internally to that partner experience and to what the partner does, right? Obviously, we have system limitations, we have time limitations, we have resource constraints in terms of number of people, but we always want to take that into account whenever we're putting anything in place as much as we possibly can.
So you heard it, folks. If you have questions, reach out to Alan. Oh, or better, why don't you post something in the comments? We want to hear your questions while we have a few minutes left.
Absolutely. And I will say, if anybody ever doesn't know how to get in touch with anybody at ConnectWise, we instituted help@connectwise.com. I call it the 911, and that's not good for our European colleagues. It's 999 or whatever it might be in Asia or in ANZ, but it is manned 24/7, so that if anything is needed to be routed somewhere in the company, there's somebody that's doing the intake. So the reason I say it's like 911 or emergency services is you don't have to worry if you don't have to know if you need an ambulance or you need a fire truck. That's on us to deploy the right teams with the right level of responsibility to the issue. Help@connectwise.com. So if somebody doesn't know who their account manager is or their account team is, or has no access to CW Home, the customer portal that we mentioned before, no problem. Help@connectwise.com. And yes, you can send me an email directly. It's alan.komet@connectwise.com. It's Komet, not with a C, with a K. That's different than Haley's Comet.
But still just as bright.
Just as bright, and I fly just as high.
Well, thanks for that feedback, Alan. And I think you're right. There seems to be this, this new era of we're taking things very seriously. Not that we weren't before, but we're documenting things and really trying to create cross department alignment and making sure that people are on the same page with how to support the MSP community. So, and I know from a partnership perspective, we're also trying to do that from the vendor aspect of the business as well. And so I'm really looking forward to a lot of these projects coming to fruition this year. And I wanted to
It's growing up, right? And
we're growing up finally. We're not like an awkward teenager anymore.
That's right. Don't let your 40s run by you. Okay. I'm the one that said that the 40s go by fast, but we do have to grow up at some time. And growing up from that startup mentality where we were for a long, long time as ConnectWise, right? Operating at scale becomes very, very different. And you do need things like documentation, processes, procedures, and ways of catching the things that are breaches to those. So we will make mistakes. And I say that to our partners all the time. Tell us that we made a mistake. Our job is to go find where that breach occurred so we can fix it for the next time. And if we don't know about it, we can't fix it. So please let us know.
Okay. Alan, what else is on your mind? I know we've got a few minutes left before the end of the show here. I would love to ask you your opinion on what we're doing with Microsoft, and we've got some key distribution partnerships that we're working on. You've got the partner program too, I think, under your org. So
it is. Look, the partner program is something near and dear to my heart. Distribution has been near and dear to my heart. I've been at this through distribution. I hate to say it, but it's probably 30 years at this point. And so I do believe that any type of partnership only works where you allow them to get your product from wherever they want to buy, right? And all of us have this, right? As you buy things through a third party. We don't buy insurance direct from a carrier. We don't buy our car directly. We buy it through dealership. We don't typically buy it from the car manufacturer themselves, right? Same thing with distribution is, you know what? Our MSPs want to buy from where they're buying everything else. And Microsoft's a great example of that. Most people buy their Microsoft licenses from some type of indirect provider and not directly from Microsoft, especially MSPs and especially SMBs. So why would we not want to have our products in the same place that our MSPs are already procuring other vendors through and make it as easy on them to get one invoice to pay at the end of a month? It's simple. We're still here to support the product technically. So when there might be a bug in the software, and Will's not ready to admit it yet, but we do have bugs in our software. But we're here to support that we're not asking the distributor to help with. We have to do that. And so partnering with vendors, especially like Microsoft, this is another way to get that software in the hands of people that is complementary to each other. Microsoft's EDR solution, Defender for Business, is there and it's being sold through a distributor. Mm-hmm. Our MDR service that's delivered through our SOC lays right on top of that perfectly. Why would you not want to buy it together at one place from one invoice at a distribution partner of your choice, not our choice, but of your choice as a partner? And that same thing holds true for any of our products to make it as easy, as simple as possible to transact with us. It's taking the friction out of that business relationship between us and the partner. We're still responsible for the health and well-being of the product. The distribution partner is there for the health and well-being of invoicing and things like that.
Yeah, and to the point of the value of that IT Nation brings and the partner program brings, there's a lot of sales enablement and marketing enablement that we're looking to support the Microsoft partnership and our MSPs through as well. So again, no matter where you buy it, you can still come back to our partner program to leverage all of those campaigns and that education to help you when you're having those conversations with your clients. And I hate to cut it short, guys, because I know we're at time, but the next Friday Field Report, we're going to have Varsha, who's one of our product marketing managers at ConnectWise. He comes from the Skykick acquisition. He's going to be talking about some of the Microsoft renewal campaign content that we're working on right now. And I think it's actually live for our partners to be able to leverage. And so, make sure that you come back and you join us for that show, because there's going to be some great information shared there. And I know we're going to head out here in a minute. Alan, is there anything else you want to leave us with before
I will just
you
say
adieu?
there's so much good that's happening at ConnectWise. It's hard to fit it in certainly to 30 minutes.
Know.
And really do pay attention to what you hear from Skykick, because we focus in typically on the BCDR side, on the backup and restore side. There's a lot on the security side that came from Skykick too that may be the best kept secret for our industry, and pay attention to what's going on there. And yes, the relationship that Skykick had with Microsoft was fantastic. And they still sit in the Seattle office right outside of Redmond, right outside of Bellevue, next door neighbors, if you will, of Microsoft.
Yep. Awesome.
I love that.
Well, thanks for having you on the show, Alan. We appreciate it. Well,
thank you.
It's always great to see you, my friend. And I look forward to seeing you guys in Tampa in a few weeks, and everyone else.
Or in London.
January 31st. Oh, or in London.
Or in London. Or in London. Fingers crossed.
All right, guys. Hey, have a great weekend. It was so great to see everybody. And until next time, stay warm out there. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.